The Yankee Springs Memorial Day Cruise will continue over this long holiday weekend.
So joining us now to tell us more is Dale Vanderhart, leader of Michigan Truck United. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
How's it going?
Good. So first of all, tell us about where this idea came from.
Well, our group started, a few years ago, and we generally just started out just trying to do good for the community. Like, especially when the world shut down last year, we got real creative on, how we were reaching out to people and putting a smile on people's faces. And this Memorial Day parade was kind of one of those ideas. It started out as just kind of a way to go out and honor, those that have fought and died for our country. And a lot of people had, a really good time with it last year and wanted it to be back. So here we are. We're bringing it back. We're making it happen. So
Dale, talk about this event and how people can join. Is it still open for people?
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody that wants to join, whether you got, a classic car, you got a lifted truck, you got, just a plain Jane daily driver, we invite you to join us. We're meeting up on Memorial Day, so this Monday at 10 a.m. Down at Gun Lake Community Church. We'll be having a little drivers meeting around 10:30 a.m. and we'll be rolling out about 11. And the plan is we're going to do kind of a clockwise loop around the lake, dipping down into Orangeville. So we're going to go around Gun Lake down there. And then we're going to roll M179 through Yankee Springs and then do kind of a loop through Hastings and whatnot to finish it out.
Very nice. What's the lineup looking like so far? You got a lot of people joining in already?
Yeah, we invited a lot of the law enforcement agencies and stuff like that. We've been in contact with the Berry County Sheriff's Office. I know we got a few fire departments coming as well, like Yankee Springs. I think Orangeville is involved. And then let's see, I think we're also dealing with some of the towing companies and stuff like that. I think Spencer's Towing's on board, Merle's Towing. I know organization called Shields of Hope. They're also involved too. We see them quite often, like at Project Nightlights and stuff like that too. So there's definitely going to be a lot of people from the community, and anybody that thinks it sounds fun, or just wants to come out and watch, we definitely encourage you to head over to our event page and check and just find a spot.
All right, Dale, thanks for being with us this morning. We really appreciate it.
All right, time now, 8:28, still ahead this morning.
Trying to get it out in people's minds now before they get out on the water, before they get into trouble.
A lot of people are setting their sights on the water this holiday weekend. What the Coast Guard is asking people to keep in mind following a record year for drownings in Lake Michigan.
It's the rarest lunar event of the year, a very special view of a super blood moon, as seen around the world.
.31 here on Fox 17 Morning News. Wayne State University is where Kevin went to college.
Very nice.
There's a big picture of you, Kevin, somewhere in the halls of this university?
I don't know, but the building in the background is a staple. That's one of the big landmarks in the campus of Wayne State University in downtown Detroit, right on the corner there of Woodward Avenue, which is a huge street or thoroughfare in downtown Grand Rapids, downtown Detroit, and Warren. Old Main, that great big clock tower type building is Old Main, and that's the fixture for them down there at Wayne State University. And Wayne State University, if you folks ever get to Detroit, there's plenty of places to eat, but just literally a stone's throw from there, the big stadium for the Lions, the one for the Detroit Tigers, the Fox Theater is down there, Greektown is down there, the casino is down there, everything. I have stepped foot on that campus. That was Wayne State University a couple of years ago to show my daughter around. But the last time I took classes on there was when I finished up my 4-year degree in communications and radio, TV, film, which was way back in 1989. So it's been a little while there. I don't know how that's possible when I'm only 35 years old, but We'll have to do the math on that one. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a Thursday morning. Nice looking morning unfolding, but we're clearly cutting off the sunshine as we go through the morning hours. High and mid-level clouds advancing on in here, and we're cutting off our sunshine. Nothing on radar until we pull out to a wider perspective. These arrows represent the flow. All of this mess is coming our way. What will precede the rain will be these high and mid-level clouds, and then those will thicken and lower. We'll go mostly cloudy, certainly by late morning, afternoon, and then some of these showers may fold into our northern counties later on this afternoon. A couple of showers or sprinkles, but the area of widespread rain, consistent rain moves in here probably after the dinner hour for most of us. And then as we look at our temperatures, right now we're all in the 40s except 51 here in Benton Harbor, 50 in Coldwater, 51 in Three Rivers. Your Thursday planner has temperatures at 49 degrees here at 9 a.m., partly cloudy, partly sunny at noon, 58 degrees, and only low 60s today with cloudy skies and maybe a couple of showers or sprinkles north of Grand Rapids as we get into the later afternoon hours. All of us see rain overnight, and tomorrow's not a good day. Raw, nasty, windy, cold, only in the 50s, but it does get better after that. We'll look at the 7-day forecast coming up one more time at the end of the show at about 8:56. Right now, let's check traffic. It's 8:34. Here's Rob.
In Fox 17 traffic, a couple of new slow spots. In general, on the freeways, we're doing well. We just have one freeway spot that's slower. We're going to concentrate on a slow spot in southeast side of Grand Rapids. Crash just to the east of Breton Road on Burton. Looks like the westbound side is being affected by a property damage crash there. No injuries on that. In the Kalamazoo area, we're looking at staying on time and no delays there. It's in Ionia County where we've got those round-the-clock lane closures till 5 tomorrow morning and coming back every week. It looks like the westbound side is being affected the most, starting at around Nash Highway and going to the Kent and Ionia county line. Southbound exit ramp from 196, where 196 ends and you join westbound 94, still closed for today and tomorrow. You're still going east on 94 to exit 39 to turn around and get back onto westbound 94. This again, as I say, is scheduled to be back in operation after tomorrow. And looking like we're back in operation on M6. They opened up M6 westbound at Wilson Avenue last night after 9 o'clock. Grand Haven area. Significant construction Lakeshore Drive with resurfacing between Buchanan and Fillmore streets. Flag control at the times and the places where they're actually doing the work in between Fillmore and Buchanan. Now I'm Rob Westerby, Fox 17 Traffic.
New this morning, a man is in critical condition following a motorcycle crash involving a deer.
The Ionia County Sheriff's Office tells us it happened just after 8 last night on West Blue Water Highway near Holly Highway. A 32-year-old man had hit a deer on his motorcycle, lost control, and hit a guardrail. He was then airlifted to the hospital. He was not wearing a helmet. Well, around the U.S., we're expecting big crowds on the water this year as COVID restrictions loosen and more people get vaccinated.
But that also comes with increased risks of water emergencies. As we go in depth here, a look at the numbers. 2020 was the deadliest year on Lake Michigan since 2010, with more than 50 drownings, according to the Great Lakes Surf Rescue Project. And with the holiday weekend coming up, Ryan Cummings reports the U.S. Coast Guard is reminding people about the importance of water safety and a new law now in effect for boat owners.
So we're coming out of the cold weather season. Everyone's wanting to get out and enjoy the lifestyle of being out on the water, but the water's a very dangerous environment.
Petty Officer First Class Don Hamilton works on the Grand Haven Lakeshore with the United States Coast Guard. As you can imagine, he says as the weather gets warmer, more people head to the lake.
A lot of people think that just because it's 85 degrees outside, that the water is equally as warm. That's not always the case. A lot of times right now the water is still below 70 degrees, and that is still cold water that if you go into the water without protective equipment, your core body temperature can reduce quickly and set into hypothermia.
That's why this week the U.S. Coast Guard is taking time to remind people about how to be safe on the water.
What we're trying to do is to help put out the importance of wearing life jackets, checking your equipment, getting vessel safety checks, and just being safe while you're enjoying the outdoor water.
The most recent statistics show that 79% of boating fatalities on our nation's waterways were drownings. 86% of those victims were not wearing life jackets.
Trying to get it out in people's minds now before they get out on the water, before they get into trouble, and that they have that equipment that if they do get into trouble, they can put on that protective, that safety equipment that'll help them be able to survive that catastrophic incident if it should happen.
Each year, nearly 75 people die and more than 400 are injured after being struck by a propeller or a vessel. But this year, new laws require operators to wear an engine cutoff switch link to try and prevent these types of situations.
Within the last couple of years, many people have been hurt or killed from a runaway engine or propeller damage to the body. So that's just a way to help protect people. We're practicing what we're preaching to the community as well by making sure that we're at our highest state of readiness to be able to help people in their time of need.
Ryan Cummings, Fox 17 News.
The DNR also sharing some advice for Michiganders who plan on going camping.
When you hit the road, they say it's important not to bring any firewood with you. According to the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, there are 140 pests and diseases that can be moved with firewood. So if you bring firewood from home to the campsite, bugs could crawl out, infesting trees and carrying out diseases that could threaten trees. Insects like Asian longhorned beetle and spotted lanternfly are becoming a problem in nearby states, and the DNR says that they can travel hundreds of miles on the firewood, and even if the wood looks clean and healthy, it can still carry tiny eggs or spores.
So when we say don't move firewood, we really suggest that you don't move it any further than 50 miles or within a county, because infestations may generally spread that far on their own. But you know, when you haul firewood, you can be going hundreds of miles, places that those insects would